Good morning, children. Now in the last class we have completed the poem asking questions. I have given you the question answers and all the exercise. It's a very simple and short poem. I hope all have studied it. Now we move on to lesson 3, One Foggy Morning. Now what does that get started there? What do you understand by science fiction? Tick the correct answer. Fiction means a story which we cannot believe. It's story which is not true. Now 3 sentences are given there. Stories about adventure involving pirates or sailors who travel to far off lands and are often involved in shipwrecks or battles at sea. That is not related to science. So that answer is wrong. Second one, mystery stories about ghosts or crime stories about detectives and a lot of action, usually based in a city. That's also not the correct one. Now the third one, stories about imaginary events on Earth or on another planet dealing with time travel and involving alien species or creatures. That's the correct answer for science fiction. Now which of these do you associate with science fiction? Now you all are not there in front of me to discuss. So there are 3 items here which is related to science fiction. The first one is the planet Saturn. Second one is we can see the spaceship. Another one is the robot, and the last one is an alien. Now here in this lesson it is about a schoolboy called Rishi who meets a stranger when he is waiting for the school bus, and that stranger is a very wonderful person who can perform very good wonderful tasks. Now let us see. Rishi is waiting at the bus stop one morning when a stranger appears and talks to him. The stranger is no ordinary person, but he just can't seem to impress Rishi. So Rishi is waiting at the bus stop. He is waiting for the school bus to come, when suddenly a stranger comes before him and starts talking to him. And he is not looking like an ordinary person. Section 1. Hello young man, what is your name? Rishi was startled by the sudden voice behind him. Startled means surprise. He was waiting for the school bus. He did not see the man coming from behind. Rishi, he blurted out as he turned around. Blurted out means spoke without thinking. When somebody comes and asks you suddenly, what is your name? You say your name without thinking. There was no one there. The lane was empty as usual on the cold, foggy morning. At 6:30 a.m., only birds and school kids were up. So he said the name when the question was asked, what is your name? But he could not see anybody there. The lane, the road was empty. There was nobody on the road, only birds and the school children. And what is the time, children? It was 6:30 in the morning. A sound came from behind him as if someone were clearing his throat. Rishi whirled round and bumped into a thickly padded overcoat. Whirled round means turned round quickly. Now he heard a sound coming from behind him, as though when you have cold, don't you clear your throat for speaking? So just like that, he heard a sound coming from behind and he turned round. And when he turned round, he went and hit against a thickly padded overcoat. Sorry, he said, and stepped back. Now he turned to see who was that man. The stranger was a comical sight. Comical sight means a funny sight. You feel like laughing when you see him. From the lower end of his army green overcoat peeped 2 brown boots. His collar was upturned and on his head was a large white floppy cricketer's cap. So in the picture you can see the man is described. He is wearing an army green overcoat and 2 brown boots on his legs. And his collar, you see, the collar is upturned, not folded and kept. And on his head you can see a large white cricketer's cap. So looking at that man, we feel like laughing. He is a funny sight. Must be an army man, Rishi thought, out for a morning stroll. So looking at the dress, he thought this man might be working in the army. and he must be going for the morning walk. Morning stroll means morning walk. Are you going on a hike or something? That's a big backpack to carry, the man said. So the man is looking at Rishi and saying, are you going on a hike or something? Are you going traveling somewhere? That's a big backpack you carry at the back. The school bag was a very big one, and the man thought that he was traveling somewhere. Don't be silly, Rishi said. I am going to school. I am waiting for the school bus. So Rishi was surprised. Rishi said, I am waiting for the school bus. I am going to school, not going anywhere else. The man said, maths and geography and all that. Do you like school? So the man is surprised to hear that Rishi is going to school, and he is telling, oh, you are going to school to study maths, science, geography, all that. And do you like school? And what does Rishi say? It's okay, Rishi sighed. Rishi also did not like much coming to school. You like maths? The stranger said. Give me a sum, a difficult one. Let us see how fast I can do it. So he is telling Rishi, you give me one sum, a very difficult one, and we'll see how fast I can do it. The man is obviously crazy, Rishi thought. Well, why not? It will help to pass the time. The fog was delaying the bus again. So when he was waiting for the school bus, the bus is not coming due to the fog. So he wanted to pass the time. So what did the man say? Give me a sum to do, a very difficult one, and we'll see how fast I can do it. And Rishi thought the man is mad. He is asking to do a sum now when he is standing in the cold now. 9,989,762 divided by 786. Rishi rattled out the first large numbers that came into his head. Rattled out means spoke quickly without thinking. So he said a very big number, 9,989,762 divided by 786. Now that is very easy, the man said. 12,709 plus decimals. So the man was very quick in answering. He said that is a very easy sum. I can tell you the answer quickly. And then he said the answer, 12,709 plus decimals. That was fast. So Rishi was thinking how quickly the man said the answer. Rishi pulled out a ruler from his bag. The ruler had a solar calculator. So Rishi wanted to know whether the man's answer was correct. So he took out a ruler from his bag, and the ruler had a solar calculator. 9989762. The stranger prompted as Rishi keyed in the numbers. Prompted means reminded him. The stranger told him the number as Rishi was doing it on the ruler. So the answer was correct. So what Rishi said, Shakuntala Devi can do more difficult sums and faster than a computer. So Rishi did not give up. Rishi said, oh, Shakuntala Devi can do more difficult sums and she is very fast, faster than a computer. Who is he? Asked the man, startled. The man was surprised to hear that there was such a lady who could do sums very quickly and faster than a computer. So who is he? He is asking, the man is asking, how long have you known him? Where is he from? Have you met him? So he is asking many questions. Who is he? How long have you known him? Where is he from? And have you met him? The questions poured out. All the questions came out together from the man's mouth. It is a she, Rishi said. It is not he. It is not a male person. It is a woman. Shakuntala Devi is a woman. Haven't you heard about her? She has been holding shows all over the world. So Rishi is surprised that this man did not know anything about Shakuntala Devi, who was a very world famous woman. I see, the man said. Can she do this? So now he is showing one trick, and he is asking Rishi, can your Shakuntala Devi do this? He held out a huge gloved hand and then he closed his palm. And when he opened it, there was a chocolate bar in it. So you see, his hands were He was wearing gloves on his hands, and the picture you can see, and he held out his gloved hand and closed his palm, and when he opened the palm, what did he see? There was a chocolate bar in it. "No thank you, I don't like chocolates," Rishi said as the man offered the bar to him. He loved chocolates, but he wasn't going to accept one from a stranger. So he said, "I don't want chocolates, I don't like it." But actually he loved chocolates, but he was a very good boy because he had listened to his parents and teachers in not taking any gift from the strangers, especially chocolates. The man closed his palm, turned it over and opened it once again. Nothing fell out. Now the chocolate had disappeared. That was a good trick. "Are you a magician?" Rishi asked. So when the man offered the chocolate to Rishi, Rishi did not take it. He said he was not going to take anything from strangers, though he loved chocolates. And then when the man again closed his palm, the chocolate had disappeared. So Rishi thought that was a good trick, and Rishi is asking the man, "Are you a magician?" Okay, we'll continue in the next class, section 2.